Broke my box the other day. Dropped my cards on the floor. Yeesh. Let's see what we're doing here. What are we doing? Hi, Jen. Hi, Jen. As soon as I looked up, I saw your name and I had a big pain in my head. Have you been okay? Oh, I just closed Facebook. Like, dude, I just opened that. Cut it out. Hi, Lou. How are you? Is it the afternoon there? Well, that's cool. Hi, Linda. Guess what? 10 days and 3 hours without a smoke. Ooh, look at you. Jen, that's amazing. That is so amazing. I love that for you. It's winter and cold where you are, Lou. Oh, so you must be in Australia. You are doing an amazing job. Look at you. Kicking habits. I am kicking toxic relationship habits. That's what I'm kicking. And I am wearing pajamas just so everybody's always telling me to take my bra off because it's super uncomfortable. Not wearing one. So that's why keep your eyes up here. You know how you do when the guys are looking. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. New Zealand. Oh, yeah, still very cold over there. Yeah, close by to Australia, right? I've got I have the, whoop, that's upside down. Hold on, let's try this again. I've got the fairy, what is this? Fairy tarot cards from Doreen Virtue. One of the first decks I ever got. It's got a lot of wear, as you can see. There, they've been thoroughly loved. I've got a toothache, but it'll subside once the tooth root dies. Yes, the PJs. Put some clove oil in there. Put a little bit on a little bit of a Q-tip, and stick it on your tooth, and that'll help kill that. That'll help kill the root. Okay, so okay, we're gonna get your life together, Misty. My hair is doing like I didn't even brush it. I didn't even. It's just look at this nonsense. Ugh. I've had a super lazy day today. Um, Emma and I binge watched Never Have I Ever because she hadn't seen it. I've obviously watched the whole series because I love little kitschy things like that. Uh, so we're on season 3. Anyway, so we watched that for a bit. Then she went and hung out with her friend. Then I took a nice long soak in the bathtub with some rose scented, um, essential oil rose scented bubble bath, which is lovely. Um, and I just laid in there until the water got cold, and then I washed and did all that and got out, and here I am. And then we had leftover spaghetti, and I'm just having a relaxing day today. How was your day? Tell me about your day. Um, I'm gonna I'm gonna share real quick. I already did that. I'm gonna share real quick. I'm gonna share to my group. Um, let me just. It says we only have one viewer. What? What? course, it's got me scratching an itch on my. Oh no, my hair was sticking up, and I was putting my hair down like that because I had a piece sticking way up, and I'm like, that's not cool. Yeah, so that's the screen that Facebook grabbed. It's always hilarious, whatever they choose to put up there. It's always funny, right? Just take a moment to share, guys. Okay. Not any sicker, I don't think. No, sorry, Elspeth. You're not. It's just a sickness. You're fine. I looked. I want you to know. I looked. You're okay. You're just sick. It happens. Um, Rejuvenate. Yeah, it was definitely a self-care day today. Lou Man says she paid. Where did you? Is that PayPal, Lou? Y'all just have PayPal over there, right? Yeah. I don't know. It's silly. Furious weddings. Okay, sweetheart. I will look and look and look. Okay. Tell me about your day, though. What did you do today? What is today? Tuesday? It's Tuesday, June 20th. Tomorrow is the summer solstice. I'm super excited about that. Sweetie Pie, Lou, do you have a question for the cards? Or you just want, no, I don't want Microsoft Family. Do you just want whatever comes through for you? I will be doing free and paid readings tonight, okay? Free and paid readings tonight. All right, Lou, do you have a question for the cards? Luxurious weddings. Just see whatever comes through. Let's see what comes through with the fairy tarot since I pulled them out. I'm kind of wanting to get back to my roots. You're welcome. This is an extremely large deck. Okay, so we want to know what Lou needs to know today. Oh, okay. Those two cards are just kind of flying at me. This guy's sticking out. So the first card you have is the Emperor in reverse. I need more room, please. These are big cards, so I need more room. Okay. It's the Emperor in reverse. Here's your Emperor. Actually has at the bottom, use logic and structure to increase your success, get organized, a firm but compassionate leader. Now, this is what it says when it's upright. You have the Emperor in reverse. So we're just gonna hold on to that for a second, okay? Then you have the Seven of Winter, which I think winter is the swords, if I'm not mistaken. There's a better choice, not seeing things clearly, running away from the truth. Yeah, that's definitely Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is all about the mental energy. Then you have the Ten of Swords, okay, which is being overwhelmed in your mind. Then you have the Princess of Autumn. Autumn, of course, is the Pentacles, okay, and the Princess of Autumn is like the Page, okay. You look so much better since you are driving. Honestly, I told Emma today, I said, look, Em, look, Elspeth, you distracted me. Let me get back to this reading. We'll talk about it later. Princess of Autumn. So this could be the Page of Pentacles, okay? And it was in reverse. I just want to share that with you. It is somebody who's studious and responsible. Heck, it could even be, instead of the Page of Pentacles, it could be the Knight of Pentacles. But anyways, regardless of whatever it is, I'm getting a vibe from it. Okay. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, it's a page. So the page is when new things are starting in your life. You're always in your mind too much. Yeah, 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 exactly. Hi, Julie. Um, that's what I'm seeing here. It looks to me like with the 7 of Swords or the 7 of Winter with the 10 of Winter, it's like you have been feeling very overwhelmed. Okay, with the Emperor in reverse, this is like not being in your full power. You're kind of been allowing things to overwhelm you, to control your decision making, things of that nature. Especially with the 10 of Swords, I can understand where you probably have a lot on your mind and it's really difficult for you to think clearly. So the 7 of Swords is saying that, you know, you've been running away from these problems because they've been very overwhelming for you. Okay. And the Page of Pentacles is saying, like, you have to allow yourself to put some of these things down. Okay. Because you're not going to solve any problems by running away from them. All right, and then you have the 4 of Spring or the 4 of Cups in reverse coming out. Okay, I know it's hard to see, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get it so it doesn't. 4 of Cups in reverse. Boop. And the 4 of Cups in reverse, it usually represents like coming to terms with your situation. Okay, coming to terms with things, understanding why you feel the way that you do. You just, the universe is telling you it's time to let things go that are not precedent for you right now. They're not important. Okay, if you're struggling with having too many balls in the air, put some of them down. It's so much easier to juggle 2 instead of like 7 or 8, right? That's almost impossible, right? So what comes next? What comes next is Justice in reverse. Justice card, super cute. Super cute. It says, take the time to review the details carefully. You will win in the end. However, the Justice is in reverse. Don't think about it, okay? Don't think about it. Just sit down, make a list of all of your responsibilities, and then cross out 3 of them. Cross out 3 of them for right now. 3 of them that you know are not time sensitive, right? Because the more things that we have to do, the easier it is for us to get distracted and to just lose focus, right? So what my dad just passed 2 weeks ago, so I've been overwhelmed with all that. It's a lot. Absolutely. Absolutely. And losing your dad. I'm so sorry to hear that, sweetheart. I am so sorry to hear that. Thank you, Carmen. Hello, Golden Moment. Thank you for watching. And, I can understand how overwhelming that would be. And it's like you don't even have time. You have this 4 of Cups in reverse. You don't even have time to mourn the passing of your father, which is very unfair with this Justice in reverse. And then you have the 3 of Swords in reverse. So this is literally saying, like, you're not allowing yourself to grieve right now because you're so distracted by all of these responsibilities. And what happens when we bottle up our emotions, you can manifest physical illness, right? That's no fun. So you deserve to be able to grieve just like everybody else who is affected by this situation. Then you have the 3 of Spring, the 3 of Spring, which is the Cups, the spring. So it's time for you to start figuring out, first of all, figure out what you can set down for a moment, okay? You already had a lot of responsibilities in your personal life before this tragedy struck, right? And so, like I said, there are things that are not time sensitive, and the things that are not time sensitive, put them down. Just put them down, okay? Just put them down. If you have to deal with your dad's estate and it's not time sensitive right now, just set it down for a minute, okay?
Set it down. Allow yourself some time to grieve the passing of your father. The Three of Cups is talking about gathering with your friends, some type of celebration. But in this context, I don't know, it almost feels like you might want to ask some of your friends for advice or for help dealing with all of these details. It's the details of it, and it's very overwhelming. I just keep feeling so very overwhelmed connecting to you. Prince of Summer, this is nice. I feel like this card says the need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. I'm not getting this falling in love vibe for you. I'm not getting any of that. What jumps out at me is the need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. I've always been a person to throw my pain and emotions to the back of me, hide them almost. Well, that's not very good for you, dear. That's incredibly unfortunate. But I get it because I'm pretty much the same way. If something terrible happens and action needs to happen and a plan needs to be made and things need to get done, I will do the same thing. Ooh, who's making me sleepy? Who's coming in here sleepy? That's not okay. Masking your emotions. Well, here's the thing, Lou, that you might not know as a spiritual person. Hi, Caroline. As a spiritual person, I'll tell you something that was explained to me very early on by the universe, okay? When I'm alone, I process. Yeah, I'm the same way. But I feel like you haven't given yourself that time. I feel like you haven't given yourself that time to process, right? 2 days in a row. I know everybody's so surprised. I told you I'm back to work and this is my job. I'm come back. I'm not going to do DoorDash anymore. I am trusting that the universe will provide for my family financially by doing my spiritual work. So here I am. Here I am, trusting in the universe. So anywho, it just feels to, okay, so I was explaining, squirrel. I was explaining that one of the very first things that was explained to me by the universe after I had my spiritual awakening again, your emotions are energy in your body, okay? They're energy in your body and they are constantly shifting and changing like the water in the ocean. Your water or your emotions in your body is constantly changing. That's why you can never stay happy, you can never stay sad, you can never stay mad, you can never stay any one particular emotion because it's energy vibrating and that vibrating shifts based on the energy around it. So what happens if I take all that energy and I take it and I try to squeeze it into a box, okay, and I just try to stuff it down and not deal with whatever emotion that energy is trying to show me I'm feeling in that moment to enrich my experience in whatever way. Well, when you take that energy and you try to compress it, okay, you shove it down that water, you shove it down and you shove it down into the depths, and it's very cold down in the depths down there, away from your heart and away from feeling in your heart. It turns into a solid material. That water turns into ice. And so energy turns into a physical manifestation of illness and dis-ease in your body because emotions are not supposed to be suppressed. People would not feel such extreme swings of emotion if they allowed themselves to feel emotion all the time. Okay? It's only when you suppress it that it becomes severe. Like shoving a basketball into the ground. When you bounce it, it'll bounce back higher than where it originated, right? So you have to allow yourself to feel your emotions when you have them. Do not suppress them, because you are causing a lot of disturbance in the force. Okay? So that's what's going on right now. Stay grounded. Make sure you go outside. I know it's freezing cold. Everybody should have winter plants, I think, in the house, because I've been feeling really off in health. Funny you say that, because I've been feeling really off in health since he passed, which is weird. Well, that's because you have been emotionally overwhelmed. Okay? You've been emotionally overwhelmed since that happened. You have had to take care of a lot of your father's responsibilities. Oh, I'm totally drained. Tiana, you poor baby. Okay. She's coming in here exhausted. What is up with that? I'm going to need coffee to combat this. I'm going to need coffee. So, last card out for you that I'm seeing here was two cards that came out at the same time. You have the 9 of Summer coming out with the 8 of Spring. The 8 of Spring is all. I want to read this to you. Look, the 8 of Spring. Stress that comes from having many things happening at once. Successful multitasking, sudden events or changes. That came out with this card in reverse. This card says, wishes come true. Look, this card was in reverse. So obviously this was not something on your agenda, to have all this overwhelming emotion, all of these overwhelming responsibilities. But if you want to start feeling better, you have to put some things down. So make a list of everything that you have to deal with tomorrow, or today, it's first thing in the morning there. Go get a paper and pen, make a list of everything that is on your mind that you have to deal with today. And then you cross out 3 things, very least 3 things. 3 things at the very, very least that do not absolutely have to be done today. They're not time sensitive. If it's your laundry, it doesn't have to be done today. If you don't have underwear or clean clothes to wear, wash a load, move on with your life. But that's what I'm talking about. Things that don't absolutely have to be done today, don't worry about them. Okay? Don't worry about them. Allow yourself to process your emotions. And I know that it's really hard, because this was sudden, and you're kind of in like a state of shock right now. And that shock is, let him know it's your day off. Let him know it's your day off, and that you have to do things for you today. Okay? Self-care. Why don't you take a nice hot bath? Allow yourself to cry in the bathtub. That's a beautiful place to do it. Wash your pain away. Yes, he can. There's absolutely no reason that he cannot. Okay? It's called, when we have difficult times in our life, our partners, male or female, should always be there to help support us in whatever way we need. And a good partner would know that you're very stressed and overwhelmed right now, and that you need help. Okay? Tell him Dr. Misty said, it's self-care. It's self-care day for you. Dr. Misty. All right? You tell him that. You tell him Dr. Misty said, I need to delegate these chores to you today. Okay? That's right. You're welcome, sweetheart. And thank you so much. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that your dad has passed. And quite suddenly, too, wasn't it? Yes. Quite suddenly.
Gosh. I will be doing spirit messages tomorrow evening. If anyone is interested in tuning in. Now we're going to do free cards for a couple of people. Share out if you want to get a free reading tonight. Yes, it was very sudden. Yes, it was. I'm so sorry. Julie says, I feel like I'm losing myself. I feel like I'm losing myself. Has anyone ever felt that way? Have you ever felt like you're losing who you think you are? I've personally gone through so many transformations from versions of myself to who I am now that I don't remember where I started. Yeah, Donna feels that way. Donna feels like she's also losing herself. Who am I? Who are you? That's a great question. And that's something that a lot of people have been asking themselves. You know, how are you going to figure out who you are? What is a good first step to figure out who you are as a soul, as a person? What can we do? Well, we can make a list, right? We can make a list of things we are not. That's a good place to start. Because when we rule out things we are not, it makes it easier to identify what we are. And when we know what we are made up of, then we can figure out who we are, right? Feeling numb to everything and not wanting to cry or being able to. I know that's not good. Just too much crap happening. And it's all not good at all. I've already went all MMA on my bag. That didn't even help. Okay, so you allowed yourself to express some emotions on your bag. You have a punching bag. Is that what you're talking about? One of those big bags? Okay. Just because you can't cry doesn't mean crying is very healthy, but not everything requires tears. Okay. You've expended a lot of energy and emotion by going MMA on your back, right? That's still energy. That's allowing yourself to express an energy. How long have you felt this way? Is there something in your mind that sticks out that caused you to move into this energy of disassociation? Something tragic happened. You know, what was the last straw? What was it for you? The last straw that said, fuck this. I'm just not going to feel anymore. My dad's cancer. Kate's right. Okay. Your dad's cancer and your dad's cancer. And you were like, I just can't. I just can't. I just can't with this. Right? With Donna, it was her mother's passing. You know. Maria feels the same way. Maria, what was it for you? What was the last straw for you that said, I'm done feeling. I can't anymore. I have reached the maximum. I'm just not going to feel anymore. I'm shutting my heart off. Your family. Mm-hmm. It was your family. Okay. sometimes your body shuts down. Yeah, of course. Because it does. It does. Obviously, it hurts too much. And I totally understand that. I totally understand that. I haven't lost a family to death. But when Travis and I, when our relationship ended, um, I was so incredibly hurt by everything that happened. And I went through a period of grief as well. And I couldn't deal with all that. So I know how you feel. I couldn't deal with all that. What I decided to do was to shelf it. I'm just going to set this aside for right now. I'm not going to deal with this overwhelming mess of emotions that I feel because I've lost the person that I love, and I felt betrayed, and I felt abandoned, and I felt all of these triggers. Okay. So, what I decided to do was I was going to concentrate my energy in an area of my life that would benefit me the most. So, when Travis and I split up, I decided to concentrate on my physical health. I couldn't deal with my mental and emotional pain. So I said, I'm going to concentrate on my physical health. I'm going to concentrate on my spiritual work. Those two things I know I can do right now. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to shelf this. Okay. And when I was feeling like I could deal with it, I would take it out and I would let myself feel it. And then when it would get too overwhelming, I would shelf it again. Because sometimes you can't eat all the ice cream in one sitting. It'll make you sick, right? We talked about that. And sometimes things are just so massive that we can't deal with it all at one time. And that's why grief takes a while to process, because it's just such a big, huge ball of emotions that we don't like. And so we have to cry a little, put it away, scream a little, put it away, get angry a little, put it away, cry some more, put it away. And that's what we're doing, right? So when people say disassociating, which we're doing, we're just going to shelf it. I'm going to shelf it for right now. I am not emotionally and mentally prepared to deal with this. I'm going to put it in this room. I'm going to close the door. And I got the key in my pocket. And when I'm ready, I will deal with it. Okay? But the problem with that is you still need to use the energy. Okay? You still need, like I said, you can't suppress your emotions. I can't deal with it right now, but I'm going to allow myself to feel emotions. Okay? You have to allow yourself to feel emotions. You can't just lock everything down, because you do become numb. You do. You become numb, and that's a scary thing. Why is it so scary when you're numb? Because that's not what you're used to in life, right? You're used to feeling things, used to feeling happiness, sadness, joy, pain, anger, frustration, silliness, empathy, compassion. When you close everything down, your body kind of goes a little haywire. Okay? So, Julie, even though you don't know what to do, just keep doing what you're doing. And then when you are mentally ready, emotionally ready, you take out the key and you let yourself feel. Okay? It's a lot right now. You can't lock it up forever. You have to take it out. You have to feel it. You can put it back in a couple minutes, but you have to let yourself feel that. That, even though it feels completely horrible, is actually a gift. That overwhelming feeling of grief that we experience when we lose someone truly lets us know how much they meant to us, right? I loved Travis with all of my heart. So I understand how you feel.
And I still think about him sometimes. Not since he called me out of the blue, like a week ago. Not since then. But everything's going to be okay. We deal with things when we can deal with them, you know? And obviously, your body's like, hey, punch the shit out of this bag. It'll help. It might not make you feel happy. It might not make you feel sad, but it's definitely going to spend some of the energy that you're not allowing yourself to feel right now. Okay? So I hope that message helps you. And I hope it gives you some clarity for the future and permission to do what your soul is telling you to do to deal with this situation. You're not numb. You're just very, very committed to not feeling, because as soon as you start feeling, you know all of that's going to come rushing out of that room, right? So you decide when that comes out of the room, okay? You've made up your mind to not feel. You have to make up your mind to feel, okay? So it does help, and I know that it has helped others on here. Wonderful. When a thought like, I got to tell Dad this would cross my mind, I wouldn't hit myself with, you can't because he's dead. I just smiled and carried on. Well, that's where you get to, right, Elspeth? At first, it's not that easy. Hi, Tiffany. How am I doing? I'm doing really well. Thank you so much for asking. I'm having pajama day. High beams are always on, so we never have nipples on screen. We're having pajamas. I thought about messaging Emma and asking her to make me a coffee. Since there's a sleepyhead in here, I don't know. Tiffany says, may I get a love reading, please? She's single. So what would you like to know exactly, Tiffany? If you're single, you want to know when something is coming towards you? Is that what we're doing? No nips on the screen, Tiffany. We don't need to attract. Look, anytime, some men are just ridiculous. Anytime I've had cleavage, you know, here comes random dudes in the YouTube comments like, show us your tits. Go away, you disgusting animal. Okay? These things fed human beings. I personally don't understand the attraction of boobs to men, because literally it is just how you feed your child. Like, that is the purpose of it, is to feed your child. Like, why is that? Do they have like mommy issues or something? I mean, I don't know. Like, people are weird. People are weird. People are just weird. Okay. Hi, Tamisha. Oh, you're riding around with your father. That's lovely. Who's coming towards Tiffany in love? Well, Tiffany, let's see if these cards want to tell us anything, any kind of light. Who's coming towards Tiffany? And when? Ooh. Tiffany, do you have a baby daddy? Sadly, I have the Ten of Wands in reverse, the King of Pentacles, and the page, the Page of Pentacles in reverse. The next person that's going to come towards you is going to be a very irresponsible person. No baby daddy. Okay, good. That's good. That's good. There ain't no man out there that you have to deal with for the next 18 years. That's wonderful. Trust me. Wonderful. There's a person coming towards you that is not a super responsible person. So they like to have fun. They like to go out and spend money. They just all about, they're just kind of scattered, like ADHD or gosh, it could be somebody like, I don't know, a Virgo. Like they're capable of making money. They haven't applied themselves, let's just say. Because it is the King of Pentacles, so it's going to be an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. It could be a Taurus too. I'm not feeling Capricorn vibes with this card because of the whole irresponsibility coming with it and not having any kind of goals, just kind of reckless. Yes, absolutely. That's what I'm feeling. It feels like somebody who maybe just wants to coast, somebody who might want to just play around and then see what happens. But I don't feel like that's who you are as a person. You have the Hierophant coming out for you. So this is usually somebody who wants a committed relationship, not somebody who's usually a player energy. Even if you do date, it's like you, in your mind, you're dating to find somebody. You're dating to find your person. Okay, because that's just who you are at your soul. I feel that, girl, because that's who I am too. I date to find my person. I'm not dating to date. I don't want a menagerie of men coming in and out of my life. I want one solid dude, just one solid dude. Okay, so that's where you're at. You're going to be like, hey, dude, I see you over there. Yes, exactly. I see you over there, but you're not really showing me who you are. Look, you can see them standing there, but you can't see who they are. So I feel like this is going to be like, look, you get real with me or find the door. Okay? This conversation needs to happen. They come in, they're all loosey-goosey. Oh, let's see. Well, let's not label it. That's not what you want, right? You get real with me or you can go find the door. And then you have the Queen of Wands in reverse. You want him, but you want him to want a relationship with you, right? There is that attraction. But it just feels like you're not in the same place. You're not in the same place. So you have to really, put that, if you're going to say, hey, look, shit or get off the pot, and they don't shit, you have to make them get off the pot, and you have to trust that he's not the right one for you. Don't try and make exceptions because, you're attracted to him in several ways. Don't make exceptions to your rules. Okay, you know what you want. Don't settle for less than that. Okay, and if he's willing to shit, such a terrible expression. If he's willing to shit, you keep him. I heard I can't trust any human around me. What are you talking about, Tamisha? Let me go up. Let me go up and see. Maybe and do. I feel I may be the golden child. Well, there's a golden child in every family, isn't there? That's why you incarnate into that family. The healers come in to heal all their trauma, to heal their karmic relationships with their soul family. Hi, Chandra. Hello, Janet. How are you? You're welcome, Tiffany. We're in our jammies today, and I was thinking about, my hair is just
I didn't even brush it. I'm sorry, guys. Um, Not that I ever brush my hair, but I usually finger brush my hair when it's wet to try and like detangle it. But look, it's not. It's doing its own thing today. Um, what do we want to talk about today? I may need some coffee. Will I be able to get my diabetes under control trying to avoid insulin? From what I hear, you need to increase your protein in that. Okay. Lean meats like chicken, protein rich foods will help control your insulin. That's what I'm hearing. Taking care of dad and your stepmom. Oh, that's nice of you, Janet. 95. That's awesome. Yay, happy birthday, Dad. I truly hope my mom lives to be that old. Um, let's see what happens, She's a fiercely independent person though, so I don't know how that would work. If her health started going downhill, I don't, because she's a Leo, I don't know if she would let people take care of her and feed her and, on one hand, she'd probably love it. But I don't know if she'd do so well at that age. So, anyways, let's pick another person to do a couple cards for. Let's do Caroline Dolan. Whoops. Okay, Caroline, is your life kind of a mess right now? Because I just lost half the deck. Goodness. Goodness, can't hear well or see much. Otherwise, he does a lot. Oh, that's great. Look at him, still kicking around. 95. That's awesome. That is awesome. Caroline. Thank you for the hearts, Caroline. I appreciate all the love and energy. We have the King of Summer in reverse, the Prince of Autumn, couple different people here. Pretty much the King of Cups and the Prince of Pentacles. So this could be you if you're emotionally evolved, if you're aware of yourself, which it seems like you are. You could be the King of Cups. However, this card's coming out in reverse. And it feels like people are starting to expect things from you. It's like, look, I'm all about giving and doing and just being a good human. But it really annoys me in a way when people start expecting me to volunteer to do things for them because I've helped them in the past or because I've done for them. I have a neighbor, we won't mention any names, that I was good friends with. And it's like,
every time I would turn around, she would be asking me to do something for her. Can you let my dog out? Can you check on my kids? Can you bring me to work? Can you do this for me? Can you do that for me? Can you pick up my son from school? Can you, it was always, and I sat there one day and I thought to myself, I'm like, man, I really hate when people just assume I'm always going to do things for them because I'm a good person, you know? And then I thought to myself, I'm like, what do I ever ask of them? Just to hang out together, just to be friends, just to hang out together. And I never get that. I always get blown off. So I'm like, I don't need that friend, So this is what it's reminding me of. It's reminding me of that. Like when you have people around you that just get so used of your giving, they get so used of your giving nature that they just start expecting things from you. Okay. And it's like, it's kind of off-putting, because as a giver, we want to give, but then it also makes us feel gross that people are expecting so much from us all the time. You know what I mean? Yes. And so what I'm seeing is, like I mentioned at the beginning of my life, what I'm concentrating on is cutting out toxic relationships. Even my son was really projecting a lot onto me yesterday, trying to manipulate my emotions and make me feel some type of way because he was feeling some type of way, and I had to take space from that, and I'm like, I'm not doing this with you. I am not, like I said yesterday, no longer allowing negative energy in my space. And if you weren't here for last night's live stream, I highly recommend going back and watching the replay. We had some beautiful, beautiful, beautiful messages from the universe for the first hour, a very strong message about setting healthy boundaries with people and not allowing negativity in your life, changing your circumstances, changing your reality based on your own free will choices. Okay, so that was last night's live. So if you get the opportunity to go back and watch that, because it was beautiful energy coming in, and a beautiful message. Okay, so anyways, that's what I see for you, Caroline. I see like there are people in your life who are starting to become entirely too dependent on you and expectant of you. And it starts becoming a burden on your soul when you're almost forced to say yes to things because you're a good person and you don't want to feel bad about not helping people. So that is your intuition telling you it's time for me to put some space between this person because they are becoming dependent, codependent, right? Last night was amazing. Yes, it was. It was a wonderful, wonderful night. I have a negative family. You can put some space between you and them where you don't tolerate when people try to manipulate you emotionally, when they try to trigger you, when they try to project. My son was very triggered. I could tell he's very triggered. And he tried to just project onto me all these emotions. He wanted me to feel everything he was feeling. And I'm like, that's not my responsibility. You're a grown man. You're 28 years old. You need to sit with your emotions and process your emotions. When I'm feeling triggered by people, I try to take a step back and sit with my emotions and talk to my emotions and try to figure out why I'm feeling the way that I do. And I did. I figured out that I don't want strife in my life anymore. And if that means not seeing people that I love because we just can't vibe, then that's how it's going to be. I'm going to restrict that energy. Okay, I'm going to only allow healthy, loving relationships in my life, right? Okay, so that was for you. A negative hubby. That's a little more difficult, Linda, because especially with relationships that you've had for a long time and you have allowed to be in a certain way. And then you wake up and think to yourself, I don't like the way this relationship dynamic is anymore. It's taking you X amount of years to get to the point where you're not okay with it. So you have to kind of like baby step it. It's like training a dog. And I don't mean that, well, I guess I do mean it like that for men. But anyways, you can't just give him one treat and expect him to know all the tricks. Okay, you kind of have to slowly over time, like redirect their energy. If they're pissing in the house, you got to keep showing them over and over and over again, and men, I'm sorry, but that analogy just works. You can't expect miracles to happen overnight. You can't expect to tell them one time and everything changes, especially if you've allowed a certain type of behavior for so long, right? Yes. 59 years. Well, take space, Linda. That's all you can do. If you have a very negative husband, may spend your time in a different area of the house. If he starts being really negative around you, leave the room. Leave the room. Go in a different room. And if he says, why did you leave the room? Like, that's not my problem. That's not my problem. I didn't feel like hearing it. It's not my problem. You're not in a good mood today. That's not my problem. That's your problem. That's a you problem. That is not a me problem. It doesn't have to be a me problem. Just like when I'm not in a good mood, I don't have to make it your problem either. So, hi, Sue. I don't see Sue. I see Elspeth talking to Sue, but I don't see Sue. Did Sue comment? I don't know if she did. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I hope that advice helps you, Linda. Okay, so I guess the universe isn't taking care of me tonight. The universe says we're doing only free readings tonight, and that's fine. I still have faith and I trust that the universe will take care of my financial needs. Sue McDonald was watching. Oh, well, tell her I said hello since she hasn't commented. She hasn't commented at all. Tomorrow night, we are going to do spirit messages from your loved ones who have passed over. Those will be $25. We're only going to do spirit messages. We're not going to do a bunch of different things on the same night because that's very draining for me, having to bounce around in the different frequencies to access the different dimensions. Okay, so we're just going to do spirit messages tomorrow night and nothing else. Messages from your loved ones, yes. I've got a group reading I've got to do Friday evening, so I won't be here Friday night, just so y'all know. But I will be here. This is my job. This is my job. This is my source of income. I am at work right now. Okay? I am at work right now. Right now. Okay. Anyway. Amira says, I like that sun image in the background. Thank you. Hi, Tamisha. Okay, so we're going to do a little reading for someone. Who is next? I'm going to look up and I'm going to pick a name, so make sure you're commenting. I'm going to pick the first name that I see, so make sure you're commenting if you want a free reading. You look so much better since you returned to your job. Yes, I was tired. I was tired driving all the time. I was getting very irritated.
with the jobs they were sending me. They were very, very low income jobs, long distances. And I was just like, this is bullshit. And it was just the universe. It was just the universe trying to push me back onto the right path. So I decided that I was going to do that. Tracy Parent. Tracy Parent. So this is me not waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning to go drive, for 9 or 10 hours a day. This is me rested, working for 1 hour, 2 hours an evening at night with y'all, and doing private readings during the day. Just in case you're just coming back, I did take a few months off to get back on financial track. I was driving with DoorDash, making good money, honestly. I mean, the money is nothing to scoff at. I was making 20 or 25, sometimes $30 an hour, but it was long hours. You know what I mean? So I was pooped. I just didn't want to do anything but sit and sleep. But I'm back now. I'm back to my spiritual job full time. So I'm available for private readings. If you want to book a reading with me, please contact me on my Facebook page, or you can contact me on my website. The information's in the description box, www.quantumcatalysthealing.com. My office is in Rapid City, South Dakota. Okay, you have the Four of Summer, which is the Four of Wands, I believe. No, it's the Four of Cups. Yeah. Being distracted by your own emotions, not being able to see what's right in front of you. Tracy. Pride, Unicorn, Rainbow, Mane. What is that about? Tanisha. I don't know what that is. I'm not with the LGBTQ movement, so that really doesn't affect me. I am conservative. Let's see. I am very much conservative, and I feel like most of the people who are in the transgender movement have body dysmorphia, mental illness, and they need counseling. That is how I feel about it. That is how I will always feel about it. If you want to get into the sole reason of why a person has body dysmorphia, one of the reasons that people feel like they don't belong in their body of a certain sex is because they have had numerous previous lifetimes as the opposite sex, and they were so comfortable in that energy of whether it be masculine or feminine energy, and it feels a lot of their previous emotional experiences as that particular energy, and then they come in as the opposite sex and they feel very foreign because everything is different. Everything is different inside of you. Your feelings, everything is different when you're a man or a woman. So keep that in mind, people. If you're struggling, you are here to be exactly the body that you came in as. And it's all about self-acceptance. I don't know if y'all are aware that everything in this lifetime is all about self-acceptance. So you have to accept the body that you're in and not try to change it, not try to alter it, not try to make it something that it's not. This is my fat girl summer, and I'm totally down with that. I'm totally okay with that. Just trying to be seen, Tamisha. I see you. I just didn't understand the string of words stuck together. Your hair looks great. Oh, thank you. It's fresh out of the tub, towel dried. Look at this one piece of hair. I don't know. Anyway, I can't see what I've got on my table, so I'm going to turn the slide on. Okay, I've got the Four of Cups, like I mentioned, for you, Tracy. And yes, that is my opinion about what's going on right now. The transgenderism movement is all about Satanism and worshiping Baal, who is a transvestite, both male and female, and
Yeah, no, I'm not down with that. Hi, Ashley. And then you have the King of Spring in reverse. Then you have the Queen of Winter in reverse. The Queen of Winter is the Queen of Swords. The King of Spring is the spring. Summer is Cups, Swords, Pentacles, and Wands. Yes, this is Wands. King of Wands. Spring is Wands. A financial windfall. Ooh. Okay, well, that's in reverse. So what we're talking about here with these Four of Cups, we have been missing something in our life. I don't know if you've maybe been feeling out of your depth, if you've been feeling lonely, if you've been feeling disregarded. This Queen of Winter and the King of Spring in reverse are just like not feeling yourself lately. Okay. Lori says, I'm chubby this summer too. Fat girl summer. I love it. I don't even care. I just don't even care. I don't care about dating. I don't care about any of it. I don't care. I am just fed up with all of that. I just want to be left alone. I don't want anyone to bother me. I don't want anyone to pretend I'm the most beautiful woman in the world. I am beautiful. I'm not the most beautiful woman in the world. I don't want somebody to try and talk to me just to get in my pants. I don't want people messaging me to use my energy. And then that's the relationship that we have. I don't want I just want to be left alone. I just want to be left alone, do my own thing. I spend a lot of time in my house because I don't want to be bothered by people. And that's the truth. Introvert? Yeah, I'm an introvert. So this is what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing like you're feeling like people have forgotten about you. You're forgetting who the fuck you are, Tracy. You are a beautiful soul. You are a gorgeous, beautiful soul of light, and you have so much to offer. Okay? Single is peaceful. Like Lori said, single is peaceful. I agree with you. Like, my day was completely uneventful today, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Okay? So, with this King of Spring, which is King of Wands in reverse, are you feeling like you're out of control? I was just talking about myself, Tracy. I never said that you were single. I don't think I did. I was talking about myself. I'm saying, like, do you feel like people have forgotten about you? Do you feel overwhelmed with life? Do you feel like things haven't been going your way lately, and that that you just feel disregarded by the people around you? It's like you've forgotten who you are. You've forgotten how amazing you are. And and sometimes people are going through some things. You're not the only one, right? People fall apart and come back together when they need to. But this Queen of Winter, Queen of Swords in reverse is like, don't feel bad about it. Don't get upset about it. Don't get upset if you don't hear from your best friend from a week, or if you if you fall out with people. Everything's fine. Okay, everything is absolutely fine. Don't cry over spilt milk. You know what I mean? Just don't worry about it. Everything happens exactly how it's supposed to happen for you, whether you know it or not. Donna says, I'm a hermit. Kat says, oh, I'm mellow, yellow, and older. Single rocks. I'm 47 and I'm perfectly fine being alone. I just, they're exhausting, Men are exhausting, and I can't do light conversation. You know what I mean? Do you understand, like, how much stuff is in my head? Like, this is a heavy brain, first of all. And I don't want to have a conversation about anything fluffy. I am a very serious person, and I want to talk about deep shit. I don't want to talk about, what are you doing tonight? No, I don't want to talk about that. Tell me about the last time you really cried. Like, what happened? I want to know. Oh, you're sober now? What happened? Tell me what happened. Share your story with me. I don't want to hear no bullshit about your plans for the weekend. I don't care about that. Okay? I don't. I really don't care what you're doing. I want to know where you've been. Okay? I want to know your story. And people these days, they don't get deep. They're so put off by that depth, because this is the age of no strings attached hookups, right? And I'm just not like that. I'm not. I want to know everything about you. Like, good Lord. Like, what was the last thing you watched that was absolutely hilarious? Because I want to watch it. I want to see what that is. I want to know your favorite memory as a child. I want to know all that shit. Like, what do you think about when you're falling asleep at night? What do you think about? What's the first thing that worries you when you wake up in the morning? Like, I want to know these things about a man, and they don't want to talk about anything, right? They don't want to talk about anything. I had a man contact me last night. I haven't heard from him in 4 months or more. All right. Finds me on dating site, and he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't give us a chance." Oh, whatever. I don't care. So what you been up to? I said to him. He says, "Oh, just working and hanging out." Really? Do you know how many things have happened to me in the last 4 months? Oh, please go away with that nonchalance. I am not. I am not nonchalant. Small talk, yes. Lies are extremely obvious. Real life story I wish the world could hear. And it's like nobody want to hear me. I'm telling you, like, nobody wants to talk about real shit anymore. They just, and I'm not, that ain't for me. What is this? What is this? I'm still dealing with my 16-year-old daughter. And this legal situation, I pray it's finally almost over. I'm telling you, I pray for everybody going through a rough time right now. I've been through the rough time. Everybody knows I had this shitty, shitty, shitty time. The last 4 months have been nuts. No, back it up. The last 8 months have been weird as fuck and crazy and nuts. But damn, I'm feeling like I'm getting on the other side of it. And I can look back at that and be like, well, shit, I got through that. Universe, what now? What? I hesitate to say that though, because there's always going to be something popping up. I asked my higher self to bring me the highest version of myself before I sleep. Oh, that's lovely. That's wonderful, Lori. That's wonderful. I love that. He didn't want to tell you the better prospect he thought he had fell through. Oh, I don't care. I see through people. People will want to come back and be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." And I'd be like, "Hey, no problem," because I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. But don't think I'm going to be sitting around waiting for you. I mean, you've already shown me. You've already shown me who you are. You want to be my friend? Sure, we can be friends. That's all we're going to be. You've already shown me who you are. If you want to disregard me, then disregard me. Are you doing a Saturn return? Oh, probably, since I'm a Capricorn. I ain't even, Elspeth. I'm just not even bothered. I'm just not even bothered by them. They just, it's whatever. I sat and had a great conversation with a gentleman the other day on a dating app. It was funny and engaging. And then he said, "Okay, I got to go. I'll talk to you later." I'm like, "Okay." Haven't heard from him since. Talk to you later. I just assume that every conversation I have is the only conversation I'm going to have with a person. You know, that's where I'm at right now. Like, people just want to have a very brief, shallow conversation. We go right ahead. You want to talk about the meaning of life? We can do that too. But I'm going to assume this is the only conversation we're going to have. I'm not going to hear from you again, because I don't chase, I attract. So I will not be reaching out to you. You need to contact me. I don't chase, I attract. Kitty Cat's Chocolate Wine and Books is my romance. I don't know what that reference is. Kitty Cat's Chocolate. Oh, you're missing apostrophes. Is that what you mean? This is a list. Cats, chocolate, wine, and books. I thought you meant an actual thing, that it was chocolate wine. I'll give you a. I'm telling you, you're gonna give me a back massage. I don't chase, I attract. I attract. And I just, think it was interesting that I rebuked all negative energy last night and said I no longer wanted in my space. And here comes this man who done dipped out on me 4 months ago, before it's real. And I'm like, what's this nonsense about? I'm on guard, devil, Satan. I'm on guard. Nobody's going to be sneaking up on me. Okay. What does Tamisha need to know? What do we have for her? What do her ancestors, right? What do my ancestors want me to know? You have Justice card in reverse. Seven of Cups in reverse. And the Nine of Spring in reverse. Justice in reverse. Well, we could say this is probably talking about this legal situation that you were discussing earlier, that you are possibly tired of this legal situation that you've been going through. I feel like we're trying to rush through this. I feel like that's what's going on here, because you have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups usually represents procrastination, okay? Giving yourself too many options. But when it's in reverse, it's trying to rush through things. Like this just card is talking about not taking the time to dot your I's and cross your T's and make sure that you are protecting your investments here. That we're just trying to hurry up and get it done and rush the process, right? And the cards are saying that that's probably not in your best interest. Okay, don't try to rush through things. Make sure you pay attention to the details. As far as this legal situation is concerned, we don't want to just accept whatever comes down the pike if it's rushed, right? We want to make sure that we are protecting our investment, protecting our family, protecting what's yours. All right. Something. Robert, you always send very long messages. Hi, Misty. How are you? And how have you been? I'm good. I'm a little sleepy. I really tried to hook up on your Facebook Live chat sessions last night, but unfortunately I wasn't able to connect on because it was literally just a blue screen and nothing else was happening on your live. That's very strange. I was able to leave comments, however, I wasn't able to connect and converse like we usually do. That's funny because I remember reading your comments and talking to you. So maybe you just weren't hearing and seeing. Anyways, I'm so happy that you're back on tonight. Thank you so much.
I really wish I was able to catch yesterday's Facebook Live chats, but again, circumstances. The replays are always available, Robert, okay? If you go on to my Facebook page, yesterday's live stream is there. Every live stream that I've ever done is on my Facebook page, okay? They do not get deleted. They're always, always, always there. Look how healthy my hair looks. Look how shiny it is. I started using Instacure shampoo and conditioner. My friend is a cosmetologist and has a beauty license, and he brought me to a store, and it was like $20. It was on sale for $20 a bottle, shampoo and conditioner. And Emma and I have been using it, and my hair feels so soft, and it's shiny, and it looks healthy. And if you get to if you can buy things, if you know somebody with a license and you can buy things, Instacure, Cure, Instacure, and they just started making a shampoo and conditioner. They used to be just a leave-in conditioner, but now I'm using just the shampoo and conditioner. And my hair feels really nice, and like I said, it's really shiny. My curls are behaving. They're not being too terrible. Robert wants a message. Okay. Hi, Penny. How are you? How are you doing? Well, it's easy. You just click on the top of this video, which is where I'm broadcasting from. That's my page, Misty the Medium 2. And then you just scroll your screen up. The very first video is going to be this one. The very next video is last night's video. And then you just click on it and you rewatch it. You have the card of renewal in reverse. This is actually like the Sun card. You have the Star card. These are both good cards, Robert. And then you have the Eight of Swords in reverse. No, it's fine. I have to put it on the screen so I can read it. So the cards are telling you it's time to start thinking about the future. It's time to start making a wish on a star. It's time for you to remove your blinders, allow yourself to see things for how they truly are, and then allow yourself to dream of how you wish them to be. Because I feel like sometimes we have a tendency to lie to ourselves. A lot of times, actually, we have a tendency to lie to ourselves because we just don't want to see the truth of the situation. But the universe is telling you it's time to take your blinders off, see the truth, and then manifest the reality that you wish to have. So instead of living in an illusion, become aware of the reality of the situation and make life that illusion. Instead of it being fake, make it real. Okay? Yes, Robert, this reading was for you, dear. Okay, so that's what, instead make your dreams come true. Make your dreams a reality. Start thinking about how you want your life to change so that the illusions can turn into a reality. Okay? Okay. I am awfully tired, and I'm so sorry that whoever came in completely exhausted just really zapped me, and I'm going to go now. I can't remember the lady's name. Don't feel bad about it. It's fine. Okay, it's fine. But I will be back tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, we are going to do spirit messages from your loved ones. They will be $25. You can prepay if you want to get on the list early. You can prepay. You can send it through PayPal,
Venmo, Cash App, or Zelle. Okay. No, it was before you got here, Penny. It was a little while ago. Oh goodness. It's only 8:30, guys. I've literally only been up for like 13 hours. So I know it's not me. I'm not tired. I haven't done anything. But if you want to prepay for your reading, I will start tomorrow night at about I'm gonna guess 6 o'clock. It might be 7 because time seems to escape me now that it's bright until gosh darn midnight. I'm not even joking. It stays light here till almost 10 o'clock at night, and so my sense of time is a little whack. My timing is all off. I'm like, oh my God, is it already 7:30? I have no idea. It's still bright as hell outside. So it's super confusing, but I will try. What are your rates for private session? My private readings are $60 US for 30 minutes. But if you want to book an hour-long reading, you get $20 off. So it's $100 for 60 minutes. Okay, so it's a really good deal if you want to book an hour-long session. That can happen over phone or video chat. You know, if you're in a different country, just video chat, probably not phone. But it's totally up to you. So anyways, I'm going to go now. So anyways, I love you all so much. Thank you for joining Jammy Night. I appreciate you. I am going to go watch a little bit of TV with Emma because I know she's super bored. But anyways, y'all have a wonderful